You're gonna have this bubble, which is a kind of pretty good, pretty good consistency. You can even stay on your hand. And then, when you bite it, you know what happened? So if I bite that, all liquid come out, okay? So it's like you have this very, very gelatin consistency in your mouth. When you're gonna crack it, all the liquid that come out inside your mouth, okay? So very, very fancy, extremely good to visual. Unfortunately, this preparation you gotta do at the moment, okay? Please guys, feel free to get one, see the consistency.
Does the sodium alginate or the calcium chloride affect the taste at all?
Absolutely yes. So
Okay.
that's actually doesn't, but the problem is that you have to rinse with water after the calcium
Right.
chloride. If not, it will taste
like a swimming
little
pool?
bit chloride.
Okay.
Yes. You guys can grab one bubble, see the consistency inside. Yeah. You see this one, it's a kind of look very pretty, look like a caviar,
Yeah.
And you can't leave it in there too long, right?
You cannot leave it too long. Now, this is the thing. If you wanna,
If you rinse it with water and take it out, how long do they last?
you can leave in the water inside the refrigerator for about 5 hours, no more than this. One more time, inside a refrigerator. You see, got this very, very.
What's inside?
It tastes a little soapy. Is that normal?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
this one is because our tools are not really clean.
Actually, it's really good.
That's why.
Oh,
One more
okay.
time. One more time. The secret to do that, it's the ratio. You must use a very exactly ratio. That's why I have a graduate glass.
Eat it.
Okay. You want one?
It's orangey.
Oh.
It tastes like blue
Yeah.
curacao.
Yeah.
So very, very fancy. Okay. If you have to do this for a party, okay, you can do a reverse spherification. What is a reverse spherification? You're gonna do the same thing you did right here, okay? You're gonna place all of those inside the mold and keep inside the refrigerator. So then what happens? This liquid is gonna get frozen, okay? It's gonna be a cube of ice. So then instead to make a bath of calcium chloride, you can make a bath of glutamate, lactose glutamate, okay? So in that way, if you want to make a party for 200 people, you got all the cube frozen. You're gonna use a big container, one by one. You're gonna drop inside all the ice cube with the lactate gluconate.
And how many parts in the water?
They're gonna dissolve. Same thing about the calcium chloride. F liter every 2 grams and a half. Okay? So if you wanna do like a big party with a big pan, make everything frozen right at the moment. In that way, they can stay for about 45 minutes. So you got the time to let them melt, put inside a spoon, put some zest on it, and whatever. So very fancy way. If you use that with any kind of sparkling wine, they will float. They go from the bottom to the top. You can also serve this on the side for a cocktail, for a Negroni example. I used to make a Negroni caviar. I used to serve on the side with a Negroni cocktail. There is a lot of fancy way. Also, there is another thing you guys need to know. This bubble, for example, let's get this one. This one, it's a very big one, okay? If I wanna, I can take off some liquid. I can fill it out with other liquid. But after that, I have to, again, immerse, like this is gonna close the hole.
Because that'll seal it, okay.
Okay? This is gonna close the hole. But one more time, look how pretty it is. If I get it, then, I got in my mouth, is going to smash it, and voila, all the liquid come out. Okay? So, this is the spherification. One more time. Reverse spherification, you can do the same thing. Instead to do a bath of calcium chloride and water, you're going to make a bath of calcium chloride and lactase gluconate. And you can do this.
And
at
where
the
do you
moment.
get all these?
This one, unfortunately, you have to buy online. Okay, there
Online.
is a few company. One of the most popular company. It's made in San Francisco. Actually, this one, Willpower. Willpower. They send this kind of pretty cheap. Unfortunately, the preparation for this kind of cocktail it took a lot of time and a lot of preparation before. Okay.
Luciano, have you seen like molecular mixology in bars?
In bars
Yeah.
here, not really. In Europe, I did. Yeah.
So they prepare it ahead of time and
They
then
prepare
they
at the
serve.
time. The thing is that molecular you want to do for private parties, or you need to do in a high-end place where there is a lot of people working. Because, example, if I have to do this by myself, it will take me minimum 20 minutes.
Right. So
Water,
you need a barback
prepare.
to do it.
You need, I don't want to say a barback, I want to say two bartenders work
Right.
together, teamwork. This is the way how you can be extremely fast, okay?
But it's easier if dinner's at a set time and cocktails are at a set time. That's why if you work really high end, it helps.
Yes.
So you prepare the cocktail in a fancy restaurant ahead of time and then you offer it to your customers.
Yes,
Am I right? You
correct.
don't wait for them to ask you for a drink. You
Absolutely,
basically-
absolutely. Unless I want to surprise a customer, I'm really slow at the restaurant. I got nothing to do before lunch, before dinner. Okay, I got some usual customer. They used to come to the restaurant by 3:30. The customer is not even open, and they ask, "Oh, can we stay at the bar?" Sure. If I got nothing to do, guys, can I show you something interesting? You know, you can do like a purification with Midori, blue curacao. You can even do a purification with only. You don't need a spirit, okay? You don't need like a spirit. You can do purification with cranberry juice. You can do
Yes.
purification with orange juice, with lemon
Yeah.
juice. One more time. The most important thing, guys, you can still see here. Okay, there is a lot of air. This air is going to compromise this. You see, it's not really look fancy, round, clear. You can see between it. There is air inside. Okay, so if you let them settle, then you can do it. The result is gonna be extremely great.
Why do you add the water? Why do you do equal parts water and blue curacao?
Good question. This one is just a recipe experiment for. This is depend of the specific gravity of the liquor. Okay, let me give an example. If you wanna do the same thing with Cointreau, of course you have to use a less Cointreau because the alcohol by volume of Cointreau is 40% rather than 24% of this. Experimentation is the key how getting better with this. Okay.
What about syrups and sugars?
Absolutely no problem. You can do the same ratio. F for sugar, F I'm talking about only alcoholic beverage with alcohol in it. The more alcohol it is, the less you have to use. Okay? Because if not, the water doesn't go through, they not connect with the particle of alcohol, and when you're gonna drop, it's going to be like just the water drop inside the water.
Now, once this settles in 6 hours, how long does this?
This one
mixture
can stay
last?
for about 48 hours, okay? So
Okay.
because alginate also it's known as a preservative, okay? Alginate is a subcategory of gelatin stuff,
Will,
agar stuff.
will this keep, if you're using lime as the organic base, will this also preserve the lime juice?
Absolutely yes, okay? Absolutely yes, it preserves that. One more time, you have to keep in a refrigerator to avoid grow bacteria, but yes, you can stay exactly like this. Actually, like I said before, the more you let it settle, the more you lost the air, the more clear is going to be the final product, the more fancy is going to be the caviar, okay? One more time, you can boil this, but you gotta stay very, very careful. Don't touch the point of boil, okay? So you have to warm it up, close it, warm it up again, close it, warm it up again, close it.
And you do that
make
to
it-
get rid of the air?
Yes,
Okay.
to get rid of the air, okay? That's why.
But you don't want to kill off the alcohol. So
No.
You gotta make sure you're not.
No, that's why you don't want to go on the point of boil. You want to heat it, turn, heat it, turn, heat it, turn. But once you got it, like I said, it can stay for 2 days inside the refrigerator, so you can use for the weekend, example. Or if you have a party on Saturday night, then you have a huge party on Sunday, you can use for both ways, okay? But one more time, I strongly suggest you don't do at the moment, okay? Unless it's a foamy, which I don't have it today, and that's it.